What's up, Colts fans? Sam again for Indiana Sports Central podcast. I'm covering the Colts later round picks. I feel like we got some great guys this year. Like I said, just depend on the management of the Colts because that's all we can do at this point. But they pulled it through, and they got some great picks in this draft. So I'm excited to see what's in store this year. Round 3, we started out with I think it's Dejon Smith. He's a cornerback from Florida Atlantic, runs a 4.540, and he was tied for second in the country with 7 interceptions in 2013, and that led to him not even being targeted, barely at all in 2014. So he went from 7 picks, tied for second in the country, to the next year not even being thrown at. So what we've seen there is he can be the pick guy, but he can also seems like be somewhat of a shutdown cornerback. Now, whether that translates to the NFL or not, that's always the discussion. But either way, I think you got a really good pickup there. The Colts expect him to start, probably start to fill that 4th position, and then otherwise in other sets just add depth. Somebody who can come off the bench and just go right into the game and not have to worry about how they're going to perform, it sounds like. Second pick of round 3 was Henry Anderson, defensive end out of Stanford, who is 6'6" and 294 pounds. Henry Anderson, I think, was an excellent pickup. He led Stanford in sacks with 8.5 and led Stanford in tackles for a loss and runs a 4.9740. So this guy is going to be huge for the defensive line, absolutely huge. Especially with the mentorship we have here on the Colts, I feel like he'll be a great long-term guy, I feel like, to fill in. But, yeah, really happy with that pick. Round 4 was Clayton Geathers, safety out of Central Florida, runs a 4.5540, 6'2", 218 pounds. And he's the 6th player in his family to play in the NFL. So he definitely has some mentorship and leadership for sure going forward. He's known as a hard hitter, but not as sure of a tackler. So instantly when I heard that, I thought, oh, another LaRon Landry, But hopefully, doesn't play what LaRon was and doesn't have the steroid issue. He's a better tackler against the run, too. So hopefully that's, if that's his big trait, then I'm happy with that because that's exactly what the Colts need is run support and the ability to shut that run down. So hopefully that will pan out well. Round 5, we went with David Perry, defensive tackle, another Stanford guy. He's 6'1", 308 pounds, 34 tackles, 7.5 for a loss, and 4.5 sacks last year. So he just sounds like a really solid, dependable guy to have on your line. I've heard he's going to possibly He's going to provide support at nose tackle, is what I'm hearing. So that's a big pickup. It just sounds like he's somebody that can just get after the ball carrier in the backfield, get after the quarterback in the backfield, and just make some plays. Round 6, I did want to cover the first pick of round 6. Because I feel like this is a big deal. I don't know if he's kind of flying under the radar of some of the Colts analysts or what, but it's Josh Robinson, running back out of Mississippi State. He's 5'8", 217 pounds, runs a 4.740, and racked up 1,203 yards last year, 11 touchdowns, which was tied for the best in the SEC. And the SEC has some great running backs and talent in that division. So that's saying a lot about his talent and his abilities. He's already getting Maurice Jones-Drew comparisons, which, if he performed to that, would be an excellent pick for the Colts in the long run, especially now Vic Ballard coming back from injury. We don't know what his status will be, how he will play on the field. I'm expecting, obviously, Gore to start. But, Robinson may be able to come in on some third down plays or just come in to give Frank Gore a breather, But either way, it sounds like he's going to be a great running back if he performs to what he's supposed to perform to. But yeah, that was my shock of this draft, I guess. Really pleased with that pick. Excellent, I think, in the long term, hopefully. But yeah, to be already getting comparisons to Maurice Jones-Drew is insane coming out of college. So I'm really hoping that one pans out in the long term and gives the Colts a long-term option for when Frank Gore's gone. But yeah, overall, this draft turned out really well for the Colts. I saw the Colts did get a lot of C-plus ratings from analysts, and I don't know if that was because of Dorsett being taken in the first round as opposed to another big defender, but I feel that they salvaged this draft big time here in the end, and they made some excellent picks. DeJuan Smith is going to be able to start in that fourth spot. Like I said, Henry Anderson is great. Josh Robinson, long term, is outstanding, hopefully. There's a ton of guys here that can just make such a difference on the Colts defense and long term, just depth of the Colts. And with all the mentorship we have here, you hope these guys grow to be starters. And would love to see a lot of these guys have great careers. I think a lot of them will. But overall, just really pleased with the Colts. Hoping to see a great season, and hopefully we can stop the run this year and make a Super Bowl run again. So let's do it, Colts fans.